Lucky dawn breaks bright, turns through all the night. Chasing shadows, play night turns into day. Lady Arwyn's grace, sunlight on her face. Rooster calls awake, morning's fresh embrace. Mornings of mischief, rise, laughing sky and surprise. Every day a new start, mischief in my heart. Mother cats in line, kittens all entwined. Glitter boots a tune under rainbow moon. Manhattan's working fast, grasp future, leave the past. Flaming wonders soar, open every door. Mornings of mischief, rise, laughing sky and surprise. Every day a new start, mischief in my heart. Mother cats in line, kittens all entwined. Cradle roots are tuned under rainbow moon. Mad hands, working fast and stolen dreams. Flaming rooster, wild it screams. Dancing cock, it struts its way. Life's a show on a crazy day. Unicorn camise, colors bright, laughing Arwyn in the night. Hey-o! Angry Dave Bob's in a rage. Flip the script, let's turn the page. Folks and flames, a mix so wild. Crazy world like a child's. Laughing, crying, all the same. Play this quirky, fun-filled game. Rainbow candy, sugar high. Take a leap, aim for the sky. Dizzy spins, the world will sway. In this chaos we will play. Broken forks, a spark ignites. Stolen thoughts in all the lights. Hold on tight, let's ride this wave. Save the best for last, we'll save. Folks and flames, a mix so wild. Crazy world like a child's. Laughing, crying, all the same. Play this quirky, fun-filled game. Be great, be excellent, always be friend. Come on back, take a bow. We are out. Later, y'all.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Weekend Review here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody out there doing? And let's welcome the co-host for the Weekend Review. We've got the lady, the queen of forks, the mother of kittens, the globalist of global sausages, the lady, Arwyn Avalon. Good morning, Arwyn. How are you this morning?
Good morning, y'all. I'm doing good. It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing good. How y'all doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Dave Bob?
I'm gonna make it. One day.
Dave Bob's gonna make it, yo.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
And good morning to everybody out there. We've got Blood Guilty Gaming. We've got Sci-Fi Mombi. What is up? We've got Chris Spurs of the Wrench of Wrenches. Daryl. Wait, I'm confused. What?
It's a wild twinsy in the woods, Loki.
Oh. Keep up tradition with Mark.
Yes, we got the foot.
Put my leg in the shot.
Tradition, Daryl. We got the foot.
Tradition. There is a foot on the floor.
Stop it. Oh, my
That's
God.
Bigfoot.
Y'all are killing me. I can't.
You got to show more skin.
I can't roll up my pants no more.
Look at that leg.
Oh, I know. Hold on.
Hmm.
Where is it? Shake it, Daryl.
God.
Bikini drawers on fire in the club. Cold wire, turn up all desire. Higher and higher, drop the beat, let's go. Feel the rhythm.
Baby got back, y'all. Did y'all see that? I'm dead.
Holy
That's the
shit.
bitches I was trying to say. Anyway.
Well, we wish you were here too.
I know. I'm an adult. I can't go. And now I'm like, go. I'm a woman. What the hell? I'm a mess of contradictions. What do you want from me?
That's a mullet foot.
It's a mullet foot, Mark.
Okay.
It's a mullet foot.
Mullet.
Oh my god.
I'm dead. Y'all are killing me. I'm dead.
So if anybody doesn't know, the Valhalla get together is doing well. So we've been having a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun yesterday. Went out and got gringos, which basically means white man Mexican food, and as Mike would call it.
Is that like legit the name of the place?
Gringos, yeah.
Gringos? I thought maybe y'all were just being saucy.
No.
They're going to Gringos, Mexican food.
Gringos Mexican restaurant.
I guarantee you in Houston, you can't throw a rock without hitting a Mexican restaurant.
That's right. And it was good. It was good too. It was really good. So basically it's like saying Whitey's Mexican restaurant.
I know.
Not put your boob hole in fuego.
Holy crap, it's good to see everybody. Oh man, I didn't know there was a shindig at Valhalla HQ. Yes. For the next couple of days.
Oh, I'm dead.
We will all be, apparently there'll be like 3 of us live tonight on different channels doing a different stream. So, but we'll all be like venturing into each other's stream.
Oh my God, that's gonna be amazing.
So that should be fun. It should
Organized
be
chaos
fun.
is always good.
Oh my. Mark.
Nuh-uh.
I thought that said
Or
when.
the only thing I can say is a man's got to know his limitations.
Poor Mary and Chris Persia.
Oh, Mark, close yourself up in your room.
I'm sure I can hear Mary now. I should have left your stinky ass at Loki's.
Son of a bitch, we're gonna wave your ass outside the window of the car on the way home.
Oh my god. Oh, sorry about that.
Point that thing that way, Mark. My God, you're fumigating everything. I can hear it too.
The gassiest wrench on the internet.
Angry gas.
The angry gas, yeah.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Mark's ass is a weapon. Now it's like one of those, what is it, bio warfare weapons or whatever.
Oh my god. Well, then you'll get Mary and Chris in trouble for bringing a bioweapon across state lines. Man, Squatch, give it some gas. Here comes Mark.
It's not just any gas, y'all. It's Gringo's gas.
Angry wrench gas. Oh my lord. Punk Waddle, what's up? Punk Waddle, how are you doing? Jill Powers, the River Daughter, no ass, no gas, no free ride. It's the Frijoles.
The Frijoles.
Frijoles. Frijoles.
Refried and tired. Yes.
Oh, y'all.
Well, at least hopefully he ain't praying for ice cream.
I will check. I'll check my PlayStation Network, but I'll check my PSN. I'll check and see if I got anything. I haven't checked. I haven't been on there in a while. Holy crap. Okay, we've got a couple of interesting things to go over with. We'll start with the one I know Arwyn's going to be one to like. Oh, shut your damn mouth.
Oh, I'm intrigued. Bring it on.
So-called Tolkien professor Corey Olsen makes absurd claim that there's no such thing as canon in Tolkien. This is by John F. Trent.
Is that why they brought Gandalf on thousands of years before he ever showed up?
It's from John F. Trent. This is over at That Park Place. It's from yesterday.
Oh my God.
He said that there's no such thing as canon in Tolkien. First thing to specify is that there's no such thing really as canon in Tolkien. Tolkien ideas were never evolving. Okay.
Uh-huh.
In the text of The Lord of the Rings, we are told that Gandalf with the other wizards arrived around year 1000 of the Third Age. And in this later years, he was playing with maybe Gandalf coming sooner, maybe some of the wizards coming in the Second Age, and taking part in the Wars of the Rings of Power.
Okay.
Olsen's claim is completely absurd on its face. He makes it even more absurd by immediately citing the canon. In fact, in Tolkien's essay on fairy short stories,
no canon, but there is.
He makes it clear that one becomes a successful sub-creator by indeed adhering to the canon of the story. Tolkien explained, what really happens is that the story maker proves a successful sub-creator. He makes a secondary world which your mind can enter. Inside it, what he relates is true. It accords with the laws of that world. You therefore believe it while you are, as it were, inside. The moment disbelief arises, the spell is broken. The magic, or rather art, has failed. You are then out of the primary world again, looking at the little abortive secondary world from outside. If you are obliged by kindliness or circumstance to stay, then disbelief must be suspended or stifled. Otherwise, listening and looking would become intolerable.
Yeah.
This suspension of disbelief is a substitute for the genuine thing, a subterfuge we use when condensing to games or make-believe, or when trying, more or less willingly, to find that virtue we can in the work of an art that has, for us, failed. Furthermore, Tolkien specifically noted that there is canon in Lord of the Rings in a letter sent to Forrest J. Ackerman, wherein he provided comments on a film treatment for The Lord of the Rings by Morton Zimmerman. If Zimmerman and others do so, they may be irritated or aggrieved by the tone of many of my criticisms. If so, I'm sorry. But I would ask them to make an effort of imagination sufficient to understand the irritation of an author who finds increasingly as he proceeds his work treated, as it would seem, carelessly in general, in places reckless and with no evident signs of any appreciation of what it is all about. The canons of narrative art in any medium cannot be wholly different, and the failure of poor films, Amazon, is often precisely an exaggeration and in the intrusion of unwarranted matter, owing to not perceiving where the core of the original lies. I think he just kind of bitch slapped this guy from the grave the way only Tolkien can do.
Yes. He would fart and it would sound intelligent. I mean, just the way he pulls everything together, but no canon, y'all. No canon.
Yeah. Apparently, he never read any of the letters, and he's supposed to be a scholar.
Hey, anyone who can write the Silmarillion and create languages and set their whole damn mythology on a history of Middle Earth, that kind of implies, he's got some canon. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, it's a vanity project, is all it is. So the man that green lighted it, if he loses a couple billion, he don't care.
I mean, Tolkien was getting upset about the way Zimmerman was making them eat a ridiculously long sandwich. Just a sandwich.
Right.
I do not see how any author could be expected to be pleased by such silly alterations. One hobbit was sleeping, the other was smoking.
Like Subway.
Yeah, he didn't like Subway. Tolkien wasn't a Subway fan. He didn't like Jared. He knew already. He even criticized how the Tower of Orthanc was depicted. The spiral staircase weaving around the tower comes from Zimmerman's fancy, not my tale. I prefer the latter. The tower was 500 feet high. There was a flight of 27 steps leading to the great door, above which was a window and a balcony. Clearly, there is canon in Tolkien. He explained in an essay why staying true to the canon is important and meticulously rebukes a treatment for a film adaptation of Lord of the Rings for not staying true to his canon. He would have pulled it out and slapped Amazon across the face with it as soon as they came up with this whole Galadriel and Sauron crying. Has anybody seen the latest Lord of the Rings? Sauron cries like, I'm known by many names.
Oh God, just at least improve that thirsty ass wig of his.
No.
I was so glad just to not have to watch them that I'm not watching them.
I have to watch this week's. I'm still plugging through.
And there's the man right there, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Theoden King.
Oh, love him.
You have no power here. Daryl said it. I didn't say it. So what do you guys think?
Well, honestly, I mean, I'm kind of perusing the chat, and Mephisto is right. I was sitting there thinking there are some parts of, even as brilliant as Jackson's films are, that I think Tolkien would have taken issue with.
Oh, yeah.
Because guess what? Canon matters, yo.
Yep.
And he spent, I mean, he wasn't just into history. He was a linguist. He dotted every I, y'all, crossed every T. He thought about this stuff. And so no, I do not believe Tolkien was just fluid in his ideas that, okay, I just set up this whole thing for Gandalf, but let's make him a chick. Sounds like a good idea, or whatever. You know, let's totally change Galadriel and let's make her this when I intended her to be this. Yeah, there are some places where you can kind of steer and shift and change things from the written word to the visual medium of film and TV, but no, they're not doing that. And yes, canon is important. It is the building block of a story. You tear that down, you ignore it, it's no longer that story. It's that simple.
Yeah. Dega says, I'm convinced it's just a money laundering project with a side of hate for Western culture. Wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
Honestly, when you get bitch slapped like that, how do you even come back from it? I mean, you make stupid statements like you know what you're talking about, and then it doesn't take a genius just to travel back a little bit in time and read some of Tolkien's letters and just totally devastate your premise.
I agree with that.
Well, here's what I don't get. Okay, you go to do a work that has been well established. You go to do Lord of the Rings, or you go to do Rings of Power, whatever. You want to tell those stories, but then you end up not only not telling those stories, but it being so bad that you have to go so far to say, well, it wasn't really canon. I mean, why even bother then? If you're going to twist something into it looking no longer really like the real thing, why even bother? Just make your own damn story, and then you can do whatever you want. And people won't moan and complain and fuss. like me. Because it's irritating. But I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't.
No, I know. I absolutely agree. And holy shit, I've got to share this. Hold on one second. Number one, go on, get your butts over to X, Twitter, whatever you call it. We will be holding a rally for the release of our friend Mansquatch from X jail, Twitter jail, whatever you want to call it. He has been thrown in the pokey for a week.
He is band squatch.
Yeah, he's banned Squatch now.
He's banned Squatch.
Holy shit.
I'm dead.
So we are waiting outside for the release of our buddy, and he also sent this. Apparently he can't send any kind of media on X, even in DMs.
My God.
So yeah.
You're fast, man, Squatch. Damn, you're fast.
Surprised he doesn't have something on there that says eat fresh. That almost looks like Calabrimbro. He's got the same scowl.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Oh my God, y'all, look at his hand. His hand is
Yeah.
backwards. It's backwards. What the hell?
And it looks like his fingers got deboned like Harry and and I can't remember which movie it was.
It was the Chamber of Secrets.
Chamber of Secrets, yeah. Akio Domeno. No, didn't work.
What's wrong with his hand?
It doesn't have any bones in his fingers.
Oh my God, he's been deboned.
He's been deboned.
Oh,
Holy shit. Thank you, man, Squatch.
why are you scowling, Puckwaddle? Exactly. I'm dead.
Holy shit.
That's great. Those are great.
MB Geek. What's up, MB Geek, with the $10 super chat? What's going on, brother? Hold on one second. Let me get it pulled up. He said, not a token scholars. Gladriel is short as hell. She acts like a spoiled child, even being, 1,000 years old? Everyone knew who Sauron was. We got not Gandalf. That is Gandalf. Canon matters. Canon matters. When you create a world or a universe with rules and things people expect, and you screw with that and you mess it up, it has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with sex. It has nothing to do with any of that. What it has to do, they want to make it about that. They want to make it about sex. They want to make it about race. They want to make it about all these things. And they're getting called on it, and they're getting caught. Because people are tired of this shit. And it's like, we'll just make a good show. Everyone in our department tried.
They
That
tried.
doesn't sound like a successful fucking attitude.
Yeah,
That sounds
they're
like you
tried
expect
the division.
some kind of trophy for just finishing. Hey guys, doesn't matter whether we win or lose as long as we finish. We're still going out for ice cream.
Huh.
You'll all be fired tomorrow, but we're still going out for ice cream.
Let's go down to the beach for the rest of our term.
I don't know if this was their motive, but it's almost like instead of setting out to say, okay, we're going to take Tolkien, we only have the rights to this amount, but we're going to do our damnedest to stay within what we believe he at least would be like, okay, you tried. And then do a good story, do a Tolkien story, do Middle Earth, y'all. It's not that deep, but it seems like their goal, instead of good story, their goal seems to be glass houses. We're going to break a lot of glass houses. We're going to be stunning and brave. And we're going to do the bestest that's ever been done, bestestly. And that seems to be their motivation. Not good damn story.
We are going to subvert your expectations.
Yes. And what I do not think they were prepared for is that even people that just enjoy Tolkien nominally, that don't care about the deep dives, that don't care about all the history and all that behind it, they just enjoy. Even they are like, what the hell? Because this story has been around for so damn long, and it is basically our modern fantasy stems from that time.
Right.
What has become a fantasy that we have today? It's all, I mean, how many things have you seen that have come out of Lord of the Rings, either through direct copy or influence, or it's created tropes, that the Narnia series, all of them. So you cannot separate it. And I don't think they were prepared for that. On a serious side, I do not think they expected people to be like, hold up, hang on, Holmes. What are y'all doing? So
Can I ask you something, Arwyn, as you're the only female on the panel?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, if you were, let's say, let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. Let's go back to 20s, Arwyn. Okay?
20s. We're out in my 20s?
Oh, yeah, you're in your 20s.
Let's do this, Loki. Okay.
Ooh. Okay, Arwyn's 20.
I'm 20, y'all. Ooh, feels good.
Right? And you meet a guy. And you're like, oh, okay. Oh, Rexy, you're so sexy. Right? And one day he's like, in the middle, you're like, and he's like, hold up, babe, I've got something to tell you.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, I kind of made out with your mom before I ever met you. What would you do?
Oh, you did what?
What would you do?
No. First of all, I'd have to hear this damn story. How the hell did you meet my mother and why? And then I'd be like, well, it's been nice, but no, I don't.
So they want you to believe that Elrond and Galadriel, one night it was just like, I've been feeling fine, Gladdy. It's been so long. Oh. Yeah. And then he meets her daughter and he's like, I've been feeling fine, baby. Huh.
I mean, okay, how many years are we talking? Like a year, 100 years, 1,000 years between? I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'd have to get that
nobody
story.
knows.
But
Jerry. Soul Assassin got the idea where I was going with this.
Yeah, Soul Assassin. I would not want to end up on a Jerry. Shit, I ain't ending up on a Jerry Springer episode over no man.
Find out when your husband's sleeping with the best man on the next Jerry Springer.
Right? Right. No thanks. I got enough bullshittery in my life. I do not need a Jerry Springer show to attach it. No, thank you. Yeah, no, that's a lady boner killer, Loki. I'm sorry, but that would be like, no.
Actually, that wasn't Jerry Springer. That was Oprah back in the day, but still. Find out when your husband's sleeping with the best man on the next Oprah. Yeah, she used to do trash like that. Don't let her fool you.
No Sally Jesse Raphael shows.
What was the other one? Ricky Lake.
Oh my God! Then we had Montel Williams. They were all getting in on this.
You are not the father. Okay. So funny story real quick. My best friend that I grew up with, y'all know him. He's the Harley guy. He's the guy who wrecked the Corvette. So he would be so pissed if he knew I was doing this. If you're in chat, by all means, be like, no, Loki, no. I'm still going to tell the fucking story because it's funny as shit. He comes to me and he's like, damn, wife's going to be on Geraldo. And I'm like, excuse me, yeah, they're going to fly her out there and she's going to be on Geraldo Rivera. And I'm like, no effing way, right? So I was like, okay, I set my TiVo up, right? And for like, I can't remember how long it was, 8, 9 months. I taped that shit every day. And I'm like, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward, fast forward. Finally, finally, it's like, click, holy shit, that's her.
Wow.
And I'm watching this, and it's just bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. And I just was like, oh my God, dude, I can't believe that you would go on TV and put all this. Now, some of it, there was a few things like, you know, that were true. But almost all of it was like one giant pile of bullshit. And I was like, who the hell does this? Goes on national TV to be like, and then he accidentally stuck it in my butt. And you're like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Y'all, look, I'm pretty open about stuff. I pretty much say what's on my mind. But there is never in a million freaking years would I go on one of those damn CD shows and spill all my shit and then be like, I'm just so shocked that everyone's so surprised at what I said. No, you nasty things, close your mouth. Close your mouth. Nobody needs to know all your, you know, oh my God.
Oh, but we gave him so much shit. We gave him so much shit for that. Oh, it never stopped. Okay. So here's an interesting thing. I want to bring this up. This is another from John F. Trump. This is a big thing. John wrote this article, but this is what in the hell, you sorry son of a bitch.
What the yes? Snuck one in on you, Loki, when you weren't looking.
Daryl the Derelict with a $50 super chat says, Valhalla's amazing. I wish everyone could be here. Tolkien's work deserves respect. Amazon is infected and needs to be taken care of. Why don't you read the...
Well, it wouldn't let me put let's burn it down. It kept telling me to edit and try again. So I was going to say, let's burn it the fuck down. Skull!
A dollar? I've never seen a dollar. Nobody's got a dollar. Let us see the dollar. There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Yes.
My voice sounds terrible.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
You're fine.
My voice sounds terrible. No. Holy crap. Okay, so you might have seen this. You might not have. The Dragon Quest creator, Yuji Horii, is being called a Yahtzee and an ist and an O for questioning gender ideology being required. But this is not the best part of it. All of this was scrubbed from the internet yesterday.
What?
His remarks, his comments, what he said, it's all being removed from the internet. It's basically being scrubbed so they can act like none of this was ever said. I'm going to go over this real quick and then we'll get to what we're really talking about. There were regulations in place. Apparently, it's not allowed to show skin. I really don't understand that either. If there's too much exposure, the age rating goes up. It means we won't be able to sell it as an all ages product. This is why they changed the female costume in this 2D remake. Under the name of compliance, it's like an absolute god, an evil disguised as good. There's no such thing as content that doesn't make everyone uncomfortable. because beauty and ugliness, good and evil, are different for everyone. There are few things that absolutely must not be done. As long as you follow those, you're free to do the rest, like showing skin, apparently. There's a religious concept from the West, that means he's talking about America, especially in America, that influences their approach to sex education. Their approach to compliance is really narrow-minded. When selling manga in America, everything had to be categorized by age groups. For Shonen Jump manga, they couldn't be sold unless they were rated for ages 13 and up because there's a risk of lawsuits. The company also has to get insurance. Doing business with such a ridiculous country is really frustrating. Because of that, Japan gets negatively influenced. Horii then addressed the removal of the choice to choose between male and female. In Dragon Quest, you used to be able to choose between a male and a female main character. This started with Dragon Quest III. This is why this is really important. But now you can't choose between a man and a woman. We have to label them as type 1 and type 2.
Oh.
I really wonder who's even complaining about this. Now, there's been a lot of hate that Squaresoft's doing this. But now we know that the artists are being told we don't have a choice. If we're going to be able to sell it in the US, you have to do this. Which means the ESRB, Sony, someone is telling them and convincing them this is the only way we can do this. You can't do it any other way.
Oh, God.
You have to do it this way.
Type 1 and type 2 sounds like diabetes.
That's right. Type 1 and type 2 sounds like diabetes. The user explained his reasoning in subsequent posts. First, he wrote pretty much, oh yeah, this is all the responses where they call him a chud, where they call him a Yahtzee, where they call him an ist. All of this, they went after him absolutely on Twitter. But this isn't the big thing. And that is this. Hold on. Yes. Dragon Quest creator Yuji Horii's interview questioning forced gender ideology in Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake scrubbed from the internet. They erased it. It is being erased. The entire interview is being erased unless you have a copy of it. Yes, the internet does not forget, but they're going to act like none of this ever happened. Okay, I don't know who this guy is down at the bottom of the screen.
Responses, they're trying to just scrub his.
They're scrubbing the whole interview. Yes, all of his comments.
Was it too basic for them to understand? Is that?
No.
I mean, because
he understood. He understood exactly what the interview was supposed to be about, and he was honest. That's the problem. He gave his honest responses.
Right? Is it was his interview too basic for these because look, he's just saying what the hell is type 1 and type 2? What's the problem? And am I missing something? Why the hell are they calling him a Nazi over that?
Because it goes against their way of thinking. Why do we get called Yahtzees and ist and obes because we don't agree with them in a movie? Imagine someone, this is the creator. True. This is one of the creators of Dragon Quest. This guy's at the top of the food chain. So the fact that he said anything absolutely irks the living hell out of them. They want him silent. They want him doing exactly what they tell him to do instead of, hey, why are we having to do this? And why do we have to go through all this? And why do we have to change all this when this is the way it originally was? It's a game that was made in the 80s. We're doing a 2D remake, but that still means the spirit and the love and the care that went into the product doesn't need to be just destroyed and thrown away.
On a side note, I think it's pretty damn remarkable in the worst kind of ways that people are willing, even in a game, to just be dumbed down to type 1 or type 2 instead of even the base male female of our biology. What the hell are we doing with our society? When it has come that far that he can make that simple of a comment, basically his comment like, look, yo, what is the problem? Male, female, it's not that deep. Now we're type 1 and type 2. We don't need to do this. And he did it in his own eloquent way. And that makes him a Nazi?
Makes him a Nazi, yes.
I
Yes,
can't, I swear to God.
I'm a Nazi.
Oh my God.
Or
But
a
yet-
fist, a obe, whatever you want to, whatever word they want to come up and throw at him because he has a different opinion than they do. He doesn't see the harm in seeing man or woman. And he
There
shouldn't.
is no harm. And no, I want to be
Exactly.
a type 1, not a man. I'd rather be a type 1. Or I'm a type 2. My God. Have we really dumbed ourselves down that much to where we're okay with just being nebulous words instead of who we are? I can't with
Yeah.
this.
You got to remember, there's just a certain group of this country, a certain small percentage that is pushing this with everything they've got, and everybody's going along with it. If people just stop going along with all the bullshit, maybe things would change. Maybe things would go back to normal. But I don't see that happening because there's just too much out there right now. And all the money from all the billionaires worldwide are trying to push this because they want division and strife.
Not just that, this is $1 trillion business for them. This is $1 trillion, making all these changes, going through all of this is $1 trillion business. They see a lot of money in this. They've admitted this. They admitted that all of this ideology is $1 trillion business because they get to make all these changes and they get to do all these things. So basically, they get to control everything. NB Geeks, Barn Girl with $10 super chat said, yes, please. I want to play a 265-pound balding man in his 40s with bum shoulder and cane in the game so I can feel represented. With high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes. No, I want to play Geralt or Spider-Man. Absolutely. MB Geek. Thank you, brother, so much. This one's just for you. Long live the fighters. Skull!
Long live the fighters!
Daryl the Derelict says if they can erase it, we can share the hell out of it. Link the net with the truth. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable, y'all. I mean, very few things really shock me anymore, but this does because it's just so base what he's saying.
I was laughing at it, Kimmy.
You know, it's just so, hey, why are we this change? Oh my God, this change really is inconsequential. Why even change it? It's just I don't know, y'all. I'm speechless.
Kimi's not. Only thing I identify as is a fucking problem. There's my F-bomb for today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I love it. Hell yeah. Y'all,
That's right. I'm a boomer.
oh my God. No, the Japanese are losing their minds because they think we've all lost ours over here in the West.
Yes. It's America. It's all of America because that's what they're being told. Listen, they're being fed a line of absolute horseshit. They're being told we're all in on this. We're all so sensitive. We can't handle things. We have gone back to the 70s and the 80s of this. Well, we can't come out with this in America because they're too sensitive to that. They can't handle that. The anime back in the day used to change. It used to be changed and altered because they said American kids can't deal with the idea of a character dying in a cartoon. Well, we did, and we dealt with it, and we learned from it, especially when Optimus Prime died in Transformers the movie. We dealt with it. We learned how to cope with it. Yeah, there were plenty of parents taking their crying kids out of the theater, but when my dad looked at me and was like, "You want to go?" And I was like, I want to see what the hell happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what happened next? Starscream got his damn head blown off by Megatron. And I was like, yeah. Yes. Megatron, is that you? Here's a hint. Oh, yeah, it's coming, bitch. I'm a normie at best. With that in mind, I need to buy the latest games because they suck. The Puritans in game journalism are the problem. They're part of the problem. ESRB is also another part of the problem. See, the ESRB wasn't meant to go, you can't put this in your game. The ESRB was meant to go, okay, it shows some skin, we'll give it a teen rating. Okay, well, it says the F-bomb shows some skin, has some sexual innuendo in it, we'll give it an MA rating. That's all the ESRB is supposed to do. The ESRB is not meant to tell companies you can't put this in your game. They're just supposed to rate it. That's it. That's their only job. If it's the ESRB, and I say it because I don't know, if it's the ESRB telling Square Enix, you can't do this, you can't have this, then that's a problem. If it's Sony telling them, you can't do this, you can't have this in your game anymore, then that's a problem. Any of these companies going, you can't do this, it's artistic expression. And it's a 2D sprite game. You're so afraid of a 2D sprite game that you're erasing the creator's interview off the internet.
Oh my God.
So stunning and brave.
Snowflakes.
Penny says, I saw Transformers 1 again. Saw the second post-credit scene that time. Oh yeah, did you like it? Did you like it, Penny? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you want some more of it? What's up? Let us know. So the ESRB has become what the MPAA was, a tyrant for action and horror movies back in the 80s then. Yeah, that's not going to last. I'm asking that question. Who's telling them? Who is telling them all this? Who is telling them you can't have a female protagonist that's in different clothing than the male one? Who's telling them that? Who's forcing that idea? Is it Sony? Is it the ESRB? Who is it that are telling them you can't do this?
The world may never know.
I mean, obviously, it's someone with enough clout, I guess. I don't know the other word for, but for these people, these creators to go, well, yep, we got to do this because it's what they want. There's got to be someone that they think is plugged into, what we all desire in games. I don't know. Y'all, this blows my mind. It really does, because it's just so not necessary.
Yes.
Male, there you go. That's it. That's the basis. You can choose to be whatever you want. If you're a female, you don't have to play a female. You can play a damn male. It's your choice. Type 1 and type 2, I still can't with that. No, I ain't playing a game where I have to be a damn type.
And they're already apologizing. They're absolutely crawling on their hands and knees, apologizing for this, saying, I would like to sincerely apologize for the incorrect English subtitles created for Mr. Kazuki Torishimi's statement in the scene where he mentioned Puritan. It was mistakenly translated as sex ed. This error was due to my mishearing. I deeply apologize for any inconvenience caused to all parties.
It's a hell of a mishearing.
Not only was a Balut News short clip of the video deleted, but the original upload of the interview to YouTube was privated. Video unavailable.
Wow.
Furthermore, the apology from Balut News came in the wake of Yubo and Masarito's Koso broadcasting station claiming that Balut News had mistranslated the video. The station stated via Google Translate on the afternoon of September 30th, Japan time. Mr. Musk said regarding the controversy and related reports regarding the reposting of an overseas news site that had reproduced a video with English subtitles, as translated, of a streaming program in which some of our members appeared, a message and request from the performers to everyone regarding the live broadcast, game creators special with Yubo and Masalito Koso broadcasting station, which was held. Some of the performance statements were misrepresented. In addition, sex education was trans. Yeah, we already got to that. We deeply regret this situation, a result of unintended misunderstandings. This is how fucking sensitive people are.
Unbelievable. Oh my God.
This is, and that, here it comes. I'm just going to say it. This has to stop. It has to. This whole sensitivity to everything.
Agreed.
You can't say anything that would disagree with anybody. You can't say anything that goes against what anybody else said. Just look at the Star Wars community. All you have to do is take one little look at the Star Wars community. As soon as someone says anything that disagrees with you, it's an attack, it's a takedown, it's a threat, it's a let's have our people go over here and try and shut this person down. It's madness.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you don't agree with
I
somebody.
very rarely talk like this, but grow the fuck up.
Damn straight, Dave Bob. Damn straight.
Absolutely.
Because the problem is, we are now almost at the bottom of this slippery slope that we said years ago. If everybody panders to everything, it's one thing to be tolerant and let people live how the hell they want to live. We should all do that. However, when these things start basically reshaping language and changing it and reshaping society, and where the minimum becomes the maximum, so to speak. Yeah, years ago we were like, y'all, we're gonna society wise, we're gonna be down a slippery slope. This is leading to a slippery slope. No, it's not. No, it's not. Just be tolerant. Just be okay. So we were tolerant. We were all these things, and now, guess what? There's the bottom of the pool, of the crap pile that we've allowed to happen.
Yes.
Arwyn,
Because
you better
people
watch out, or I'm gonna fact check you.
Oh.
But yeah,
like-
welcome to
it's
the
like-
slippery slope, y'all. It's finally arrived.
Living in a world of Google Meisters. I don't know if you ever met a Google Meister before, but anybody that back in the day that was like, I don't believe you, I'll Google it. You fucking go Google it, you little whiny ass bitch.
Yeah.
And then they come back and be like,
and take Wikipedia's word for everything. They're unassailable.
that
Jeez.
look though, that I'm like, oh, did you go look it up? I didn't need to. Oh, I'm sure you didn't, you little whiny bitch.
Yep.
Seriously, nothing pissed me off more in like the mid 2000s than when people discovered Google and were like, I'll fucking Google it. You go Google it, you little bitch.
That's when
I don't
Google
think that's
became a
true.
verb. Gonna Google it. And there's also that aspect. If it's on the internet, it must be true, right?
Right.
I could remember when
A lot of it
Google was a
stemmed from when people
startup.
started believing the internet.
Yeah, same.
When you Google something, you can find anyone's opinions that agrees with you. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Now you just be like, Alexa, tell me what I want to hear. You are beautiful. You are stunning. You do not weigh 500 pounds. You do not look like a blue-haired Landwell. You do not live like a Karen.
And gosh,
thank
thank
you.
people like you.
Your
And
ass
everyone
looks
loves you.
great in those jeans. It's like, just keep telling me more or less. Your cats really do love you. They are all you need.
You're not going to die lonely and alone very early because of your
Cats love you. They are all you will ever need. You do not need a man.
You do not need a man or woman or non-binary or Alexa, I get it. I get it. Stop where you're at.
It's almost like Karens took over. Karens took over the world.
Yeah.
God help me. We all live in one giant HOA, and the Karens are running things.
Yeah.
Measuring your grass and making sure you
Yeah,
park
they
where you
stand over
need
your
to
shoulder.
park.
Excuse
Yes.
me.
Making
You
sure
can't put
you're-
that on
making
YouTube. You're
sure
going to
you're
have to change what
political.
you say before we accept it.
Oh God, y'all, it's the year of the Karens again.
So you know how in the summer you get some of those like really one of those like really long things of grass. You'll get like one of those really. It's the summer. Sometimes you get like a blade of grass. It just is like I'm the special one because I'm taller than any of the other ones.
Yeah.
And literally came by, took a picture of my yard, took out a measuring stick.
Oh God,
and
Loki.
I'm like, I had to prove that I've got a landscaper that comes by. I've got a guy, I pay him $40 a week. He comes by, he mows the yard, he makes sure the bushes are trimmed, he weed eats, he does all that.
Yeah.
He's got like 8 other people on the block that he works with too. And I'm like, y'all fucking know I have a guy that comes by here every week, and you're gonna give me this and be like, this was like 2 or 3 weeks after the hurricane too, that we had here. And I'm not shitting you. I thought it. I was like, I'm not doing that. Here's the bill. Here's where I'm paying the guy. Go ahead.
A lot of the HOAs now are getting worse than communist countries where they just try to control everything you do on your own property.
Well, you think if they were that concerned about it, and I get it, they want everyone's lawns to look pretty and all that. Okay, whatever, fine. But you think, and I don't know, maybe they've discussed things like this and it just doesn't pan out. But you think they take some of those dues that people have to pay and try and arrange some sort of damn lawn care themselves to everyone's yard? Everyone would still be paying for it, but then they could arrange it. They could organize it. Then they would know when everybody's lawns have been mowed. They would know how long the grass is. They wouldn't have to get up there with their damn measuring stick going, oh my God, your blade of grass is approximately 2/3 to 3/4 centimeter taller than the rest. Busted. You got a day. I don't know. Maybe that's.
Well, you guys know this because you both came from the 80s and the 90s. Remember when you'd be like, you turn down a street and you'd be driving and be like, tan house, fucking bright blue house, tan house,
Yeah.
tan house, pink fucking house, tan house. You can't, none of that's there anymore. None of that's there. All that occasional, I've got a bright red door on the front of my house, and my house is like a shade of purple. All that's gone. Everything has to be uniform now. Everyone must have a green door. You watched a lot of porn when you were younger.
Down in New Orleans, you're going to see all kinds of good colors.
So it's just like you guys have taken the soul and the heart out of neighborhoods. Everyone's roof must be the same color. Everyone's walls must be the same color. Everyone's door has to be the same shade of green. It's just like, God help me. Blood Guilty's like, we still got that in Oklahoma. Don't ever lose it.
Wow.
Anyone that's like, we need to make an HOA and we need to control how people paint their house. Screw you. I like the occasional pink Epping house out in the middle of nowhere.
So do I. It's charming.
Yes, it's charming. It gives
Personality.
it gives the neighborhood personality.
Karen started HOA.
Did you see what Bob did to his backyard fence the other day? He painted that shit white.
We're gonna screw him now. $500 fine. Back in the day, it'd be like, Bob, what are you doing? I'm painting my fence. Paint the fence. Up, down, up, down. Why are you painting it white? Well, you know what they say, white fence. That's the front yard, not the backyard, dude. Anyway, God help me.
See, I live on the oldest street of my town, and man, I could do, as long as I'm not obstructing traffic, I could do whatever the hell I want to my house. It's very, very plain looking, but still, I could paint it pink if I wanted to, but I'm not. I'm not that obnoxious. But I'd love it.
What do you guys got coming up for tonight?
tube.
Back tube.
Valhalla style. Oh, by the way, y'all, I left a comment, Daryl. I don't know if you saw it or not a comment. I left it in chat. It was late last night, and I went into my feed, and I saw back tube, but I thought y'all were streaming. I'm like, damn, they're doing it already. Then I realized, no, dumbass, that's for tomorrow night.
For tomorrow night.
Yeah, so back tube, y'all, back tube tonight.
There should be a message from Arwyn on your stream from last night.
Yeah, in the chat.
Lay off the gummies, Arwyn.
Well, Daryl, y'all had booze. Y'all had booze last night. I had half a gummy. Leave me alone.
Some of us had both.
Gummies and wine don't mix.
No wine, though. I didn't have any wine. Although my mom did show up yesterday with a bottle of wine.
Why is she bitching at me about booze? I can't drink.
I'm not bitching at you. You're just, no, I'm not bitching, but you're saying gummy. I know, I forgot. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
Dave Bob, what do you got? You gonna be on with us tonight hanging out?
Just depends on what my oldest son has planned for me tomorrow.
Uh-huh. That's a well, it's not really a honeydew.
The old man is going to be drugged down to the deer lease and with his chainsaw, and he's going to be doing a bunch of work early.
All right, well, guys, we will see you later tonight. We're going to send you over to Mockney Draws right now, but until later tonight on The Late Show with all of Valhalla. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak for and enter. We'll see you on the next one. You guys have a great Friday and a great weekend.
Mwah. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.